Hello everybody, in my Tales from the Road series here. Go back, we got one for you today. This is the tale of the triple digit Texas Bullhauler. And we're going to go back to about 2005. Me and my buddy Nick. Me and Nick, we used to run for the same company over here, though. Guy out of Marion, Ohio, and we'd run LTL freight out to the West Coast, California and stuff, and all produce back. So we was doing some chicken hauling. So me and Nick, we used to hook up and we'd run together. And we was out there one night, our afternoon, on 40, is east of Amarillo. Was trucking along about 80 miles an hour. Now, I had, let me see here. Okay. Let me find it. Okay, now I had this old Warner truck and the old blue truck here with the chicken lights and everything on her, and you know, it was a pretty nice truck, and had a real nice interior with all chromed out and everything. So you know, it was a real nice clean truck. And well, Nick had it was an old U.S. Express Freightliner Century. Now this truck was red, you know, it was a U.S. Express, so they have a red truck, and I think it was about 4 or 5 different shades of red. It was all faded out. The wheels were, I had polished aluminum wheels, and he had painted wheels, which were, I think, about 90% rust with a little bit of white thrown in. And the inside of his truck, alright, like half the dash wasn't even there. Stuff was all zip tied together, holding the dash together. Half the pieces were missing. I mean, this thing was a bucket of bolts. It was a piece of shit. But mechanically speaking, this thing was a beast. I mean, we had to stop, you know, every 200 miles and put 5 gallons of oil in her. But by God, she was a beast. So anyway, me and Nick, we was trucking along out there east of I-40, and we doing about 75 or 80, you know, just cruising along. And all of a sudden this old Bullhauler come just flying up the road, man. We just, you know, in the right lane, and this old Bullhauler come flying down that left lane, buddy. He was, whew. So I got on there, and you know, we still thought we was chicken haulers, even though we was driving old, you know, fleet piece of shit. We thought we was chicken haulers at heart. So, you know, he kind of hurt my pride there a little bit. So I got on the old radio. I says, hey Nick, you know, hey Jake break, man, come on, let's catch that old Bullhauler, man. Let's show them what chicken haulers can do. And that old boy come back, he said, man, you ain't gonna catch this Bullhauler in them pieces of shit. So I said, well, alright, we'll see. So I says, old Nick, I said, well, wait there, put her in the big hole, Nick. And so old Nick, man, he just drops in the big old buddy. He steps on that son of a bitch and there he goes, man. I mean, he was gone. And I was like, oh shit, you know. So I got this old warning truck to the floor, man. And my tack was peaking up around, 20. That old and now the speedometer, that song gun was buried on 100 mile an hour, man. And I had that thing to the floor, and it's running, and I said, shit. And next thing I knew, man, them two, they just took off. I didn't even see them. And I called up and I said, hey! They said, come on, Sleepy. Where are you at, man? I said, man, I got this thing doing everything it'll do. I said, damn, how fast you boys going? That old the Bullhauler, he looked down there. He said, oh, I'm showing about 110. And old Nick, man, he was right on his back door, buddy. They started harassing me, and they said, come on, man, you gotta catch up, man. I said, man, you got me, cause this is as fast as this old thing's gonna go. And so they finally, they was almost out of freaking radio range, So finally they backed her back down to like, I don't know, 90. And I caught up with them, but yeah, so I said, man, that's the last time I'm ever gonna tell you to drop her in the big hole and try to catch somebody. So you don't leave my butt behind, man. So that's the tale of the triple digit Texas Bullhauler from me and my old buddy Nick here.